Hello, I'm Denny Morales, and I'm very inspired by inspirational storytellers by asking me to actually share a story. um, I remember around 2007, I lost everything in my life, and it was my house, my wife, my cars. I even lost my dogs. It was just crazy. Same time, I had two detectives knocking on my door that my little brother was, in trouble for murdering somebody and going to prison, and my life just kept, my grandma passed away, and my life just kept getting just crazy, crazy, going downhill. Um, and I was trying to start a business and all that stuff, and it was really just, one of those moments where a lot of people would say, "Oh God, that's horrible," and it was actually the biggest blessing in my life. And the reason why it was the biggest blessing in my life because without that, I wouldn't have had something that kind of woke me up, kind of slapped me in the face. We all kind of need that, right? So, anyways, through all that process, I learned a lot through life and how to handle big situations and crazy situations in life, and just really, really, really spiraled me into living at a bookstore and living there literally. I was there 8 in the morning when it opened till about 10 at night when it closed, and I'd be there almost every day for like a whole year straight, and I read every book. But three books caught my attention. It was Conversation with God, book 1, 2, and 3 by Neil Donald Walsh. Those books changed my life, and I knew I'd meet him and help spread this message. And here's the point I want to get to is that I actually went to his retreat last April, and it was so natural, guys. Um, he ended up walking up to me and saying, Denny, I've had 7 producers approach me, and I never really wanted to work with any of them. And he's like, when can you bring cameras to the next event? And it was so flow like that. It's so simple, and it just happened. And how I learned this is by a tool I use called the last formula. The last formula is basically the last um, that structure you use inside of you of who you are, right? When you finally unclog everything and you finally let the universe flow through you, is when basically things started happening. I was chasing money a lot, and I realized that by chasing things, you're telling the universe that you want that. So when you say, for instance, I want money, I want money, I want more money in my life, the universe keeps bringing you the want, the want, the want, right? So I started acting as if I already had it. So I acted as if I was already working with Neil Donald Walsh. We just actually picked up another client, Jarek Robbins, and um, it was before we did that. It was interesting because we were basically like, we already have him, so already locked. We even went and celebrated, and had like sushi and celebrated, that we locked that client. So what I realized in my life, and the story I like to leave with you guys is when you actually can believe that you already what you want, sorry, then that's when you get it. That's when creation is complete. And why I say this is because what a lot of us do is that thing we want, when we get it is when we actually start feeling the feelings that we want, right? But if you can actually feel those feelings before you get that actual manifestation, that's going to be pure creation. It's going to happen easier and faster and smoother for you. And that's something I wanted to share with you guys is when you unclog everything, you become who you really are. And you have those feelings of that thing that you're going to get, whatever it is, if it's a trip to Hawaii, if it's a $20,000 a month, feel what it feels like to already have that and watch what happens. I'm Denny Morales with the last formula, and I really hope that I gave you guys a little nugget there of something. And I want to thank Inspirational Storytellers so much for allowing me to give this gift to you guys. So I definitely hope that helps. Much love. I'm Denny Morales. See you guys hopefully some other time. Have a good one.